we're beeping. My bad for last time still. Check.
Audio up?
Nope.
Alright, lock and sound. Oh my god. That's fucking wired shit. Fuck. What's on with this? Oh yeah, what was the podcast? We're still fucking setting up the broke ass studio here.
Takes time, people.
Fucking cords hanging out. Fuck it.
What do you want to do about
I'm
it?
just gonna put them on my Ramadan.
There you go. You gotta live up to the name broadcast.
Oh, we definitely live up to it.
New tech guy, you got any ideas?
One look at yeah.
Any ideas?
Any help? Some fresh help? Can we get some
I
fresh
know you're
help?
good with wires. Can we figure something out here? Can you hold
Well, if
these?
only a nice company could sponsor keep them
Pandering
wire.
motherfucker already. Day two. Day two on the job.
We have a pan outside the garage.
Help us out.
No, but I've seen, there's like little things you can, they just have like a sticker on the back, peel it off, stick it on, and you can run the wires through it. But
Yeah.
this is a broke ass podcast.
We're not looking to spend money.
Yeah, there was this thing you can buy with that change that was on the table from last week.
Yeah. We spent enough, obviously.
Dude, how do you think
That's why we're broke.
we survived this week?
We spent all the money on the
To get to
podcast.
next day. Welcome back, Zach, again. It was awesome.
Yes.
Last time, even
Behind the
though
scenes.
Dude, you-
somehow the cameras malfunctioned, didn't record half of it, and it was all chopped up, and it would have been probably a good 15, 20 hours of editing, which I don't have time for.
Also, I take responsibility for that happening, and I apologize.
No, it's not on you, both cameras.
Well, either
ended
way,
up
I mean,
malfunctioning.
yeah, but if I would have got this one on time, like I was supposed to,
Well, at least you own up to it.
I mean, I'm just saying.
No, that's cool. Just,
It's alright.
it's trial and error until we get better. I'm not
Broke.
professionals, broadcast,
Broadcast.
fucking broadcast,
Yeah.
right?
Hopefully one day we'll be the rich ass.
The rich ass broke ass.
Oh, we're gonna get dislikes and shit.
Yeah,
comments.
that's,
Yeah. Cool.
I mean, but nowadays, that's what sells. Have you guys seen,
Being shit on?
now I was gonna say Lil Tay, or
Don't even
Whoa,
bring it up.
baby.
Don't even bring it up.
these chicks that just
You
make
don't
money
know
off.
how
No,
long we are.
we're not.
I mean, I'm just saying.
We're not doing it.
People
not
make
doing
money off of, like, hate and ignorance.
It's a lady that had her kid going around, and she's acting like she's freaking a billionaire, while her dad's showing off a house, saying that she owns this house, going up to BMWs and kicking them and being like, "I own this car. You bitches ain't got nothing on me, you fucking skanks. You'll never be as rich as me." And then they got into a fight. I don't think it's not bro worthy.
Alright, well, let's jump into something
Yeah,
That
it's-
matters.
but
Please, something that matters.
it's the first day we've done it after work, so we're all tired from the heat
Well, there you go. That's an idea.
and
right
physical
there.
labor. So you see all of us have a beer in hand.
True that.
So cheers.
Cheers. Can Zach come up and show us how?
Zach wants a sponsor from the beer he's drinking.
I also want to sponsor for my shoes and short. No, I'm just kidding. No, I will go ahead and say they're not a sponsor, but Dogfish Head,
Please sponsor.
Yes.
very good beer, super good beer. It's friggin' 12% too.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, that's
Can't go wrong.
That's barley wine, pretty much.
Yeah, exactly. It's
Yeah.
like almost thick. But no, I was just gonna say, like you were talking about working. That's an idea right there. We work at
Yeah, we won't be
beer.
broke if we aren't working.
Yeah, we have to work.
Yeah.
But if you had to pick a job, if you could see yourself working and being happy with the job, what would you say? And we could just go around.
I mean, I don't mind my job when I get to move around. I love the people I work with, but it's just stupid, man. Like who you know, people that get the job because they're buddies with someone that manage everything that are just not good managers. So yeah, good topic, Zach. Thanks.
Nice.
Next,
You? Oh,
can
me?
you get fired today?
Yeah,
Say something. Get fired.
Actually, I had a good day today. I had a good day yesterday. I got a compliment from my boss yesterday. so-
Tuesday, dude. It's Tuesday.
Hey!
Tuesday.
It's true.
So tonight,
That's
you
true.
gonna get
What?
a little blowy.
Today's Wednesday, so
Well,
Yeah.
last night was Tuesday, but
Dude.
did you?
it's Whack Wednesday now.
Whack.
I can't really complain about my job.
Just
I like what I do, but I mean, if I had a choice, I'd probably do this.
This would be ideal. I mean,
It would be
my ideal perfect job is to be a musician, touring, and singing, screaming. Either one. I would just love to do that as a profession. We could just
Yeah,
write all day.
I want to make anime music. When I'm not doing this, I want to do this and anime music all day.
I don't know what is the perfect job, but seeing a crowd of people would be freaking awesome.
And connecting with them on that level.
Yeah.
It's like,
Like I thought about being a comedian, like, but how much work would that take? Like it's like you're.
It's all
music.
writing.
It's all writing.
And
Yeah.
you have to be able to form a joke.
Yeah.
You have to be able to pull them in and then hit them with a fucking side hook before they know it.
And there's gonna be a
It's
couple that are like, oh shit, they didn't even laugh at that.
Oh yeah,
It was a little
well,
fun. But
not
it was
everybody
funny.
thinks everything's
Yeah,
funny.
you're
Yeah.
always gonna have that.
yeah.
I feel like that's a job that anybody can do if it's somebody that really wants to do that.
Only if they're funny. Only if they're good
Well,
at it.
well,
Because there's people
well,
that want to
abso-
do music
absolutely.
that do music now that don't deserve to fucking do music. Because they
That's
don't
true.
really do anything.
Yeah, because they don't do anything. They don't put that passion into it. They have that want, but they don't put the passion into what they want.
That's true too, yeah.
Like that'd be sweet, dude. I'd love to be a comedian.
Everybody wants.
That's
Everybody
hilarious.
just wants to have
Right,
it handed
right.
to them. Everyone just wants to be
Yeah,
rich and things.
exactly. Nobody
Well,
wants
no, I was
to
just
work.
saying,
I mean,
weren't we talking about
for
ideal
it.
jobs or whatever?
Yeah. But I mean,
Well, I
That's
mean
what I'm
that
passionate about.
that kind of goes with that because nobody wants to work for what they want.
That's
everybody
true. You just
everybody
want
just
it.
wants.
Yeah.
that's what I mean. They want it given to them. Instant
Like that.
gratification.
Little Tay you were talking about.
Yeah, a little girl who everything is given to her, but she's acting like, oh, I got all this stuff. I'm better than you.
That's
And
Drake.
it's
Drake
like,
too.
Yeah.
Drake. It's not even his real name, but I don't care
Oh my god.
if you're part of the whatever the black mafia, whatever they come after me.
Yeah.
Whatever they,
You never
they
know.
call themselves, I don't know. Satan worshippers, I don't know. But
The Canadians.
he is from Canada, and his
Yeah.
dad was a fucking executive at a record company. He grew up with money
Mhm.
and a way into the business.
It's the new Thug Clan.
Yeah.
New Thug Clan to
He
the
was
Ku
on-
Klux Klan.
He was on Degrassi on Team Nick.
No.
He
I
was
already
on-
got shot. That's
Yeah,
what
he did.
someone said. Yeah,
He was
okay.
in a wheelchair because he
Yeah,
got
he brought
shot.
that up in the one podcast. All right.
You watched
That's
the
okay.
grassy, dude?
We don't want to give him any more
Nah,
attention.
I knew that because it was Drake.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, this big Drake fan.
You guys are buddies?
Zach?
I'll be honest,
You like
like back
Cat?
in freshman year, sophomore year, I was totally in. They're like Young Money, Cash Money, billionaires.
Well,
that's like their whole thing.
Okay, everything before you're 16 doesn't count.
Yeah, because I'm not into that now.
I lost
Like-
my virginity when I was 14.
It was kind of a phase.
That doesn't count. You didn't know what you were doing anyway. None of us did. I wasn't there.
It's true.
I'm just saying.
We were
It
all
wasn't us.
we were all the same the first time though. I guarantee
It's
it.
true.
I was just like,
Yeah, we don't know a good person.
I'm doing this.
But now kids get schooled soon. They know what's going on.
Just pop
So,
up with a cell phone,
Yeah.
and porn,
yeah,
just Google porn, and it's bam.
yeah. If safe filters off, you got whatever you want.
Some people don't know how to use Google.
Yeah, got bobbles. I don't think he's jerking off anyway. Who has that?
You're like, how much else?
I didn't know what I was doing the first time. And while I was doing it, I thought that I was doing it wrong because the bitch was crying.
I'll be honest, dude. I'll be.
And she's bleeding.
Oh, because you woke her up?
No, not yet.
She's crying in her sleep?
Dude, I feel like every chick, like, kind of is emotional about it, because it's gotta hurt, man, first time.
Oh, yeah,
Like,
yeah.
For the chick I was with.
That's why it's not fun for anybody.
Exactly. It's
horrible.
You don't feel accomplished. You're like, so that's it? And then
Plus, it was like
the
30
girl's like,
seconds.
that's it? I don't want to do that again.
And then she starts serving all kinds of fruits and shit up in there, and then she's like, I don't even.
And then he starts fingering fruits.
Yeah, they just start watching the fruit fingering videos and like, okay, I can do that.
That's easy. Yeah, and then they're on fucking MTV on 16 and Pregnant getting millions of dollars.
Yeah, why is that glorified? Who gives a fuck?
It's
Like,
all
seriously,
it is.
that's just
Exactly.
redneck hillbilly shit that's been going on forever.
Right.
That's,
That Farrah chick got famous from it. She made a porn, became a billionaire.
billionaire.
Now she runs her own business. A millionaire.
Of
I'm
what?
sorry.
What does she
Sorry.
own business?
I
doing?
don't know.
She
I
just
don't-
had enough money, she bought one.
I'll do research.
Right.
She just gave the owner enough money to take
oh,
over
geez.
ownership and then pays everybody to do
Yeah.
anything. She doesn't
I
do anything.
Just look up Farrah Teen.
Oh, why are we doing this? Sweden rape laws.
Yeah, that's. Go right to that.
Oh, yeah, that was.
Dude, there's a video of her.
That was a news story today, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Today, like breaking news too.
Breaking news. Get it here.
Breaking.
Broadcast.
Broadcast news.
Broadcast news.
This chick?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I saw the porn.
Yeah. There's a couple of them. There's one of her in a back seat of a car where she fingers herself.
No, Don's on song too.
Yeah. Dong songs.
Song.
My
Song.
dong song.
Who's that chick, the porn star that's been in the news? Stormy Daniels?
Stormy Daniels?
Yeah, it's.
Gross.
I was watching porn the other day and there was an advertisement, which already is bullshit. But she was the advertisement. She was like, "Come catch me on this cam website, Stormy Daniels."
Oh, so she's trying to profit from
Yeah.
the publicity.
It's a non-profit organization.
The money goes to help other up and coming porn stars get through college.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I guess I can go
I
right
work
back.
for a company called MILF.
See, just this headline is just weird.
All the money goes to breast implants and fruit.
Yeah, that's the new thing.
Well, that's the thing too. Any chick that goes on that show
Wait, what?
could pregnant, becomes a millionaire, then gets all this fucking plastic surgery and whatever to make herself look better. So then, once she starts doing porn, she gets noticed even more. And like, oh, who's this hot chick? Yeah, did you see her like 5 years ago when she was 16?
Not only that, but what pisses me off the most is they could be absolutely cool people where you're like, I mean, they're 16, but they actually know what the fuck they're doing. And then you have the people that are like fucking crazy. They want to go do drugs and do all that shit. Regardless, they have both become famous. You can be a totally fucking awesome person, or you could be a piece of shit. As long as you hit it on TV.
Well, now you
'cause they
got
like
so
you.
many sick fucks that the age doesn't matter as long as it's female.
Yeah, yeah.
It don't
But
matter
people
sometimes.
love the love connection, and people love the drama connection. So either way, both sides always fucking win. It's annoying as fuck.
Well, it's only to people that let it, people that care enough to watch it. I mean, you just block all that shit out, none of it matters. That's why I don't care about it. You brought it up and like, who the fuck? I don't. So I just can't. No matter how hard I try, I cannot care about it. I'm like, let me see about this. I'm like, no, don't care. Let me see about this. No, don't give a fuck.
The perfect example of that is that dude Jason that we worked with talking about that girl, the Catch Me Outside girl.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
it had like a
Why?
good music
The
video.
only reason he's all over it is because it's pop culture. And
Exactly.
everyone's all over it. Pop culture. Some good things have come out of pop culture, but it's also so fucking shitty. We look back on it over years at some of the pop culture. The ones that survived. Imagine how much we have now. 30 years from now, what are people going to look back on and be like, oh, that was great? Nothing. Not a
Nothing.
fucking thing. There's nothing that stands out now.
Yeah.
Yeah. I seen a picture. It had a dude on one side. It said, "Hey son, look, I found a picture of your grandpa, and he was on this badass motorcycle in his like war outfit." and then it said 2060s grandchildren or 2030s grandchildren. Hey, look, I found a picture of your grandpa, and it's a dude with the fucking Instagram bunny ears and bunny ears.
Like an old dude.
Yeah. I was like, wow, that's crazy, but that's what it's gonna be like.
It is true.
Like, I don't care to die anymore. Fuck it. I'd rather not be here, actually. I'd rather not be here.
It's crazy because it's like you say, it's like, it's popular, and like, it's ignorance and hatefulness, like all that stuff is popular for some reason, and people make money off of it. And it totally is just blinding the culture to everything else that's going on that's actually important.
Yeah. Nobody cares.
Because it works.
Yeah.
Like, everybody's that fucking dumb.
I mean, that's the thing
That's
too. Country music is one of the biggest genres of music, and it's garbage. It's absolute fucking shit garbage. But people love it, and they actually have done studies at universities proving that all country songs from a certain year to a certain year are up till now are written at a third grade level. The lyrics themselves have been written just as well by a third grader, and people are just chanting the same
that's
chorus
very
over
reasonable
and over.
because, I mean, for the last fucking 50 years, country has been pop. It's not country anymore.
Yeah. Well, it became popular,
Right.
and then they were like,
right.
okay, well, we're making a shitload of money off this. What else is popular? Oh, black culture. Let's add some of that into it.
Yeah.
Even though it was originally black culture playing the guitar.
Yeah.
Good anyway.
Oh my god, I don't want to hear about back roads, six packs, and
Like,
girls in the woods
yeah.
and trucks.
It's tractor.
Oh my god.
What we need now
Yeah.
is more jerks. And what I mean by that is more Steve Martin in The Jerk. When he grows up with black people, he becomes cool as shit.
Now that we did the job thing, do you think doing that would be the easiest job?
It's gotta be different, a lot more pressure.
Well, I mean, doing what you want would be the easiest job because
Yeah,
it's
you're
what
happy
you want.
doing it.
Right, it's what you want to do.
Yeah, exactly. It wouldn't be a pain because you know that ultimately, look, I get to fucking live my dream and I get to do what I want.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm sure like people that are really famous at some point reach a point where it's like an unenjoyable thing. You know, like where it just becomes too much. Like, oh, I gotta fucking.
Well, you do
travel
anything.
across the-
You do anything for a long enough time and you get tired of it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Anything. But to have the chance to do it while it's going on, you're not gonna be upset about that.
Yeah.
I mean, how could you? If you are, you're fucking spoiled.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You're like, I want more than this. I want more than this.
Mhm. And as soon as you get knocked down a level, you just.
Yeah. But if you have money, you can ignore so much more shit.
Oh, you get away from
Well, I don't think that I'll get tired of playing anime music.
I mean, I don't.
I mean, I love playing music in general, and then, I mean, just the whole anime thing.
Yeah, keep bringing it up a lot.
I play with that shit every evening, so.
What do you like? What do you
Anime
mean by
porn?
anime? Like
Play with.
He's using Asian instruments, like wind chime shit and like xylophones.
And a xylophone and Chinese wind chimes.
Like legit ones or like computer?
Tell them the
Legit,
brand, you can get
legit
sponsored.
ones.
Yeah, really.
And I've been playing around with them for a while, making a bunch of different shit, and then trying to put bass with it.
That's awesome, man. If you, I mean, you could create something of your own there, man.
Right, and that's what I'm going for. That's what I'm trying to do.
Hell yeah. I was gonna ask that. Like, have you talked much about your whole music passion, like what you do?
No. I wasn't gonna sell out that fast and ask for sponsors or Drake's dad for a record contract.
You want to get Bubbles back?
But yeah, I
You're
mentioned
gonna get
Steve.
fired.
I mentioned Steve being the new guitarist of For All My Enemies, which I sing for. We released that EP last year. Been playing with him for about 5 years now, or maybe 6. But we lost the original guitarist, like from the beginning. Helped form the band. He's the one that got me and the drummer that's in now into the band, and we've been rebuilding since February. And Zach's brother Steve has stepped up, and we'll just take a video of Creighton playing guitar, come in next practice, and just fucking pull it off. So he's working hard. So soon we'll be playing shows live again. We got a bunch of new songs too. We're gonna have a whole new set list when we come back. So anyone that's ever seen us the last, years, 2 years that we were doing shows, then 2 or 3 years, they're gonna hear something totally new now. Oh yeah.
You feel better now?
Oh, and Spotify keeps dicking me. I keep sending them an email because somehow they got a copy of the old EP, and they have that up there. I don't know how they got it, where they got it from, but I've contacted them, emailed them and said, hey, this is our account, let me claim this profile. Didn't send me shit back. Waited 2 weeks. I'm like, okay, send another email. Hi, I emailed you before. Whole thing again. Like, this album was released in this year. This isn't the current lineup anymore. This is our new one. If you'd like to put it up, we just give it to you to put it up. Right. And nothing again.
Yeah.
And it's been probably 2 months now. And I emailed them again last week and still haven't heard a fucking thing.
Yeah. And you always hear artists complaining about Spotify not like giving you enough money.
Is that why everybody goes to iHeartRadio? Sponsor.
You might want to click off the...
I was just gonna sign and like look it up, but
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
Oh, you got an account, you fucking asshole?
No, I'm just saying. Wrong.
I did too.
Yeah, I forgot it was molester.
That was Molester 69.
Oh, I was taking 11. Molester 69. 1.
69 and 1.
It doesn't work.
Sorry to put you on the spot.
We gotta get
Okay.
Bob. We gotta get Bob
Can't do
back.
that. No, Bob's don't even know what Spotify is.
But that is retarded though, that they would do that.
Oh, and they never even said, hold on while we check into this, and we'll get back to you. They haven't said anything.
That's crazy. How did they get it though?
I have no idea. I don't know where they got it from. Oh, it's on Reverb Nation. Maybe they just ripped it off there.
Yeah.
Probably.
But still.
It hasn't been updated. So maybe if I just update Reverb Nation, it'll just
automatically-
come up on Spotify. I'm like, all right, sweet, fuck it. But they still won't let me claim the profile.
Right.
Why?
Like, I don't know who you got it from because none of us in the band put it up there, and we own the name.
Yeah, it's weird.
Dude, maybe that's how you're gonna become rich.
There's only like fucking
Yeah, there's
20-some listens or something like that. I was like, yeah, it's been on there how long now? Probably a year before I even
Oh, shit,
noticed.
that's probably
Like, I just noticed a couple months ago. I was like, oh, I don't have Spotify, I don't use it. And I just went on there, I was like, oh, let me check out Spotify, see what it's like. I get on there, I was like, oh, For All Enemies. Like, what the fuck? It's on here? It's like, how's it on here? And I brought it up to the band, and they're like, no, we didn't do it.
That's crazy. That's fucked up though.
Is it the actual album, like the
Yeah,
first
I
one?
listened to it. It's their...
All 6 songs?
Yeah, to make sure it was. It was their old singer, their old drummer, and a different guitar player than Creighton.
Damn.
And then Creighton came in and took over those songs and learned to play those live, and then just started working on the songs that we do now, like 5 years ago. And then I joined them after they were broken up for over a year. And originally was going to play bass, but I'm like, dude, I really don't want to put the time they're playing bass, and you need a singer, if I'm gonna do anything, I'm gonna sing. He's like, well, come over and try it out. Went over, tried it out, and Craig was like, oh, dude. He's like, I was fucking sick. I love that thing you did. I love that rendition of that song, dude. That was fucking awesome. He's like, you just hit those highs on Cemetery Gates, dude. It fucking blew me away. I was like, okay, sweet. So he's like, yeah, you're in. Sean too. He's like, yeah, dude, you're in. I'm like, all right. I don't have to use the old guy's lyrics, do I? He's like, no, please write your own. I'm like, yes. Okay, we can do some news, I guess.
Alright. Well, what I had pulled up, the Sweden rape law.
Yeah, let's get back to this.
Just that
Good
alone
segue.
is just weird.
That's what I'm saying.
It's like, did they not recognize sex without consent as rape before? Did that just happen?
She said it was cool.
I mean, it says 6 Craver Triget. Don't you know, just by that, they mean business.
For sure.
Well, I mean, we don't gotta go through the whole thing. Basically, I read through it, it says that before you had to show that there was proof of violence or like that you were under the influence of a substance, like they drugged you, and that was rape, but now consent is involved. Like you have to consent to sex.
So, most people probably would have considered it rape in court, but it's just worded that way now.
Yeah, one word.
So, yeah, consent.
Maybe that's just their way of saying 6 Cravers tried it.
But isn't
6
sex
rape cravers tried it.
isn't sex consent a yes or a no? So how do you ever hold up in court if you're a guy?
Is it just a word? Like
Is it a word? Yeah, exactly.
Put your hand on the Bible.
So
Yeah.
why? It's worthless.
Raise your right hand.
Put your hand on all 11 of these
Right on the
Bibles.
bottom, raise the thing,
This
whatever
is,
it is.
yeah, this is the rewritten version. Next.
Yeah. 30 Bibles. All through time, they keep getting older.
Are you tired yet?
I know, I swear on this Bible. Yeah, I swear on the ancient Egyptian.
Yeah.
Speaking of
What
Bible,
Oh, speaking of Bibles.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, gee, yeah. Big news, too.
Really?
yeah, this is crazy. Like I was reading through this, and it's been going on since like 2015. Where all these bishops were. The
It's been
Catholic
going on
Church-
before that.
Way before 2015, the Catholic Church has been accused of a
3
lot.
years ago, exactly.
Yeah, it just
They
started.
nailed
It's brand new.
34 bishops, all raping a boy at the same time.
But no, it's just these bishops.
But did he consent?
They,
Ooh. It's not,
that might
it's not
that
sweet
changes
enough.
Or was
the-
It's
those the 6 cravers that tried it?
that the guy-
Oh, Dad, you
Jeez,
tried it. Is
yeah,
that
they
Italian
tried.
Spider-Man?
Spider-Man.
I think that's all 34.
Wow,
No,
we're
so-
proud.
Oh my God, gangbang.
They've been accused of child molestation, child sex,
That look like it.
and
Yeah.
they finally called them all together and had a meeting with the Pope. And after the meeting, they all resigned.
Well,
Oh, jeez.
just last week I heard the Pope was going to be stepping out for a while.
Mm.
And I didn't hear any real reason, but he's like, I'm just going to be gone for just a little bit. A couple
It's
days.
because of
maybe.
that that's going on right now.
I guarantee you.
The,
Someone pulled him aside and was like, look, shit's going down. They caught us with their dicks out. And he's like, all right, I'm going to have to tell these guys. Brings them all in, like, look, you guys are taking the fall.
yeah.
That way we can keep raping like we've been doing. You guys go to jail, and we'll get you out. You'll be in there a couple months.
Just say a few hymns.
Yeah.
You're good to go.
Mary's.
Yeah.
Make sure you take your rosary, needle beads.
Yeah. Oh, Jesus.
And don't worry, Jesus loves you.
I want you to
It's all good as long as we repent.
No
What
matter
you-
how many kids you do.
I want you to wear my hat. Tell me I'm a good bishop.
What are you hiding in there? Yeah, what's in there?
Jesus Christ, man.
Literally.
Yeah, exactly. Like, we've been covering it up longer than this. And there's 30, more than 34 out of hundreds and hundreds of priests, bishops,
Dude,
cardinals, whatever else they want to call themselves.
good man.
Chess piecing and birds. I don't know how that happens, but. And they wear fancy clothes, like they have to make themselves look like they're better than you. Like, who wants to go to a place where this dude comes out in fucking golden robes and red velvet, probably fucking $2 million worth of material and shit, gold fucking threads in the thing.
To speak to you on Sunday for the rest of your life.
They want,
When do you not run
they,
out of words?
they want to look
Why are you
important
telling
to
me
the
the same
kids
thing
they're
every time
about
I'm
to
here?
rape.
Every
Yeah,
Sunday.
not
Why
to
are we
mention-
singing fucking songs?
Yeah, and he's not allowed to have, he's not allowed to have a wife, he's not allowed to have sex. Aren't they like, they have they're
Priest,
like,
yeah.
With
They're
adults,
devoted
they're allowed to
to
fuck
the
children
church.
though.
Well,
Yeah.
if Sunday's supposed to be the day of rest, then why the fuck are you sending your prayers to him on a Sunday?
yeah.
He's resting.
Right, exactly.
If you don't work Saturday through
Well, I
Saturday,
think it's,
Sunday, he's like, I got you.
I think it's that's what the Sabbath is that they believe you worship Saturday and every other day of the week, and you don't do anything Sunday. You don't do yard work, you don't go to the store, you don't do anything, you rest. And that's exactly what they do. But they also have people like rubbing rubbing your feet and shit, like in church. You just go there and like super old ladies are getting their feet rubbed.
It's not weird.
Yeah.
So just like old times, you're at rest, but you got slaves that rub your feet and shit.
Just like old times.
People still work on Sundays.
Just like when Pappy was a kid.
Nobody works on Sundays except the slaves.
Yeah.
They don't go to,
Yeah.
they have no souls.
They always
They don't go
work.
to heaven.
Yeah. Rub my feet.
When my grandpa passed away, and like I was at the funeral and everybody was saying their thing, and then the priest was like, "Bow your heads for the Lord's Prayer," and I didn't know it, and everybody bowed their heads and started like saying this prayer.
That's creepy.
It felt like a cult.
It
Almost.
is,
Like
yeah.
all these people know it and they're saying it in unison.
I noticed that when I was like 13,
Yeah.
and we would go to church. We were forced to go to church. That when everyone spoke in unison, there would be, and the preacher would say anything. He wouldn't even be done talking. He'd just take a pause in the middle of a sentence, and just before he could even start again, they'd be like, "Amen." All together, just brainwashed. It sounded like robots. Exactly how on time they were to everything, like stuff that didn't even need an amen. He was like, "So this Sunday, amen." Everyone's like, "What?" Like, more than half the people in there would do that. Like, I'm looking around like, there's a lot of fucking people in here. This is a big fucking church. And I was like, all these people are fucking crazy. I knew right then, as soon as I heard them that way, I was like, they're brainwashed. I'm not going to be like that. And to know that, like, we didn't go to church a lot as younger kids. We just started going as older kids when you actually start to think a little for yourself. And to be thrown into that, you just start questioning it right away. But then when you see it from the outside there, you're just like, oh my God. Oh my God.
We were made to go.
Yeah.
Let's not forget that.
Yeah. Yeah.
To make mom happy, to make her soul happy, because we were touching God. Made to go.
Yeah, she,
every Sunday, or
yeah.
Yeah.
Until
So we wanted to kill ourselves.
until they realized how crazy the church was. This dude, he was like a recruiter, and he was a born again, and I guess he was in some motorcycle accident. It fucked up his leg and his one arm, and he walked with a cane and still had a limp, and the one arm was like almost useless. But they would take this bus, this giant fucking bus, big ass Greyhound bus, around picking up people to take to church, and they fucking fill it up. Well, they picked up some people in the neighborhood, and my mom just like, oh, might as well go. She just agreed to it. They just talked her into it. Yeah. So we start going. Well, first the dude starts coming out. Before it's that Sunday. He like keeps coming back, and he'll try to sit with us outside. He's like, "Can we sit and just say a prayer? Let's just sit in a circle here."
Like while we're playing.
We're just like outside with our parents aren't even around. He just like walks in, and he's like, "Hey, your parents here?" He's like, "Well, do you think we can sit?" And he bring his son. His little like fucking 7-year-old.
Wasn't his son handicapped too?
I don't think so.
Didn't he have like a deformed arm or something?
No, it was a dude.
I thought he had messed
No,
up.
he was climbing a tree.
Oh, that's right. That's right. I
He
do
had poison oak all over it,
Do you
which
remember
was
the
hilarious.
trees?
Yeah. He didn't even notice until he was just sitting in it, all covered in shit. He was like, "Get out of the tree." Well, anyway, they kicked my dad out of the church because he had long hair and a beard. And they're like, they had this dude tell him, like, "Look, it's very unkempt, and it's very ungodly looking, cleanliness is next to him." And he's like, "Have you ever seen a rendition of Jesus?"
Yeah.
Like, what are you trying to actually fucking preach here? And they're like, "Well, we wouldn't accept you back unless you cut your hair and shave." And he's like, "Fuck you. Get the fuck out of here."
Right.
So my mom continued to want to go after that.
She was already.
And then finally, she was convinced, "Look, we're not going. They're fucked up." Before the next week came. And the dude comes to pick everybody up. He's like, "Hey, you going to church?" And I was like, "No, not unless Dave's allowed." And they're like, "Well, we already told him he was going." And so, "What, you're not going to go?" She's like, "No, we're not going to go. We're going to go to a different church." And he's like, "Oh, that's really sad to hear. Well, I'm really sorry to hear that." She's like, "Yeah, we found another church already, and we're going to be there this Sunday." And she's like, "So, have a good day." He goes to shut the door, and he sticks his fucking cane in the door, and then puts over his club foot over too. He's like, "I just want to let you know that our church is the only church, and you will burn in hell if you don't go back to our church."
What?
And she was like, "Get the fuck off my porch now before I call the cops." And he was like, "You will burn," and started like getting loud. "You will burn in hell. You will burn in hell." She's like, "Get the fuck off my fucking porch, you crazy piece of shit."
Yeah.
And he's screaming this now on his way, walking down the driveway back to the bus. And we lived in a small fucking neighborhood where the houses weren't that far apart. And everybody's seen this big ass bus come. And he's just fucking yelling, "You'll burn in hell! You'll burn in hell!" And we're just like, "Oh, fuck you," flipping him off and yelling at him. And right then I was like, that has made this dude insane.
Mm-hmm.
He was a cool dude until he crashed his bike, which he should have fucking died on, because that's all he's worth. God made a mistake. I know it's hard to hear, hard to swallow, but he made a mistake by letting him live. Walking around with a fucking clubbed foot, a fucked up limp, a fucked up hand, has a cane, can't get around, and then wants to talk shit.
Yeah.
Like he's a big badass.
This cane was made from Jesus' cross.
That makes me think, like, was he doing it because as much as the church claims to be non-profit, they're making a lot of money from the people, for sure. So it's like, was he doing it to make money?
Dude, this
Or
church
was
is
he
making
doing it-
so much fucking money. Everybody that went there drove like BMWs, Lexus. I know it's not super
They had
high end,
stores.
but they're expensive. And everybody in there was dressed super fucking nice. The biggest fucking ceiling I had ever seen in a church. And you get in there and everything's like super decorated. They have a giant pool in the back for baptizing, like a huge fucking jacuzzi type
It's
tub.
outside though.
That's crazy.
No, it's around the back up the steps on the whole. They have a giant fucking stage, a huge fucking stage.
I remember going, because I remember I was supposed to get baptized, and they stopped for some reason, because they had to go to class. And I was like, "Oh, I didn't get baptized." And they were like, "It's okay, just go to class." And I never got it. And I remember,
All you do is say some shit and shove your head underwater.
yeah, I remember one of you two was like, "Oh, I just went before you. Like, why did I have to do it? You didn't have to do it." I was like, "I didn't have to do it. I didn't have to do it."
He came down, he went up, he came back there, I was like, I don't have to go. I was like, well, he's all dry. I was like, everybody else is running back, all baptized, soaking wet. And he's coming down dry, he's like, oh, it's you. I was like, what?
I was like, God,
No
said,
way.
God said I was cool.
I walked out there, seeing this dude like half drowning people, and he's like, no, I don't have to do this. Hey, it's cool, dude. You don't have to do this.
No, he told me that I had to report to class.
Oh, they were only doing a certain age group, is what it was, and the younger kids had to go down to youth church so they could be super brainwashed. Down there with it's pretty much kindergarten church, where they make you do colorings of Jesus.
Oh my God, it was horrible.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. That's where it starts, when they suck you in for life,
Yeah, I
and all
wanna
your
try-
kids go there, and all their money goes there.
Talk about the same law. I was commit suicide tonight.
Alright, yeah. How long have we been going already?
I just want to ask, do you guys know the name of there's like a famous, super famous bishop. He sells out all of them.
Okay, that's a good idea, Techno.
Yeah.
New technique.
Zek,
Second?
Tack,
You can call him Zacco. Zacco.
Socko.
Zacco.
Hey, look it up, Socko.
Zacco.
I know exactly what it is.
Socko. Oh yeah, this dude.
This
shit.
guy.
Everybody knows he's a piece of shit. My mom would buy his fucking books. That's how
Dude, I was
crazy
just about to
she
say
was.
this.
This looks like a dude that used to work at LB.
40
I mean,
to 60
at this
million.
place where
Yeah.
He's
Not
worth 40 to
That's
60
a learning
million.
disability center.
His mansion is worth 10.5 million.
Oh my god.
That's fucking retarded.
10.5 million.
And let's see.
Yeah, his church is run down piece of shit. No, it's a giant mega church. It's the biggest,
It's
biggest one,
It's retarded.
if not the biggest one of the biggest churches in the world. It's a stadium. Yeah, look at that.
Oh my
Look at that.
god.
Lakewood Church.
Look at that.
Look at that.
It's a
Look at
palace.
that. Look at that. Look when it's full. Look at all the fucking people. How many people can it
Just
fit?
look at
25,000.
Those aren't people.
And he sells it out for
25,000.
sure. I'm sure you have to pay to go in.
To hear him speak, because he's such a great fucking speaker.
Oh my God.
Like, if you actually read the Bible, wouldn't you see something like this and think of when they're like, oh yeah, he's a silver-tongued devil. Someone came, just like they say, he's the Antichrist. Like, yeah, he came and he's ripping you off, spewing fake Christianity.
It's like the comment that dude made to Dad about cleanliness because of his beard. Well, Jesus lived in the fucking desert that long ago. You'd think he was clean? Motherfucker was dirtier than anybody.
Yeah, dude. I'm sure they didn't take showers and baths for weeks.
Right, and how not?
They didn't have technology. It was way back before technology and in the desert.
Yeah,
That dude was dirty as fuck.
Yeah.
and who's closer to God than Jesus? So cleanliness is next to godliness. Right there is a lie. You're right.
Yeah.
Let's talk about it. All right, yeah, we're gonna take a quick break. Take a piss real quick. So. Pause it up.
Papa pause.
Pause it up. I gotta do that. Good.
Uh-oh.
Good. You good?
Second.
Uh-oh. I got hit.
Yeah, we're good.
Oh,
It cut it off there. It saved
a little
it,
clip
it saved
there.
it, but it
Oh,
cut
it's
it
fine.
off.
That's fine. No big deal.
Welcome
All
back.
right. Yeah. Nice break. Yeah, nice frozen beer.
So what do we got here? Is it
This is just
robbery
a
or
random
chase?
video. I mean, it's not
this guy loves his live leak.
100% work friendly, but I just want you guys to react to this.
Oh, there's no
Is there
audio. You
audio?
don't say. We can say what's happening. And it's not work friendly, but
You guys.
so far there's a into view, just rolling over end to end,
In a
smashing
tiny neighborhood.
in a tiny fucking neighborhood. People have fences over in front of their driveways and shit.
That was really only it. That's just,
Just out of nowhere, in the corner of the camera comes this fucking van flipping over sideways and then end over him.
Maybe he pronounced almond.
And then what?
You didn't see that commercial?
No.
Where they're driving in the car and the dude's like, I like almonds. You like almonds? And he was like, it's almonds. He's like, yeah. So I said, almonds. And he just undoes his seatbelt and jumps out of the car and lets the dude fly into the freaking pole.
Yeah, that's very funny though. We were talking about other dog and car related things. During the break, the conversation went to a dark place. Holocaust and then dead dogs.
Somehow.
So then I thought I remembered this story, a fun one to tell. I was walking to school one day with my headphones on, just blasting like Deftones or something, and then I hear over my headphones, which I always had turned all the way up, I hear like a fucking smack sound, and I look over and I see this dog like fucking 10 feet in the air fall down and smack onto the road after that.
Man.
And both of the impacts was louder than my headphones full volume. And the car backs up and then drives around it and takes off.
Oh.
And because they stopped as soon as they hit it, but they stopped a little after, and the dog had already flown up. And the dog had a collar on, but no tag or anything. So you know it was someone's pet. Yeah. And it was a medium-sized black dog, and the truck behind the car pulls up and stops, and the dude hops out. So I run across the street, and it's 2 lanes of traffic going that same way. And I run over. He's like, help me pick it up and get it off the road. So I pick it up and drag it onto the sidewalk. The dude just hops in his truck and takes off to work. At least he stopped though. And the other lane stopped too once they saw what happened. And I sat there with it, just gasping for air, and it was still alive. And it was just gasping. There's blood all over its head and neck. And I just sat there with it and held it and petted it, talked to it, told him it was okay, until it took that last gasp and then nothing. And then I just started crying. Walked to school, showed up late, come into math class, sit down, everyone's all looking at me, and I sit down, pull out my notebook and pull out my pencil, and I look down and my hands are covered in blood, and everyone's still looking at me, and I just put my hands down, get up, walk out of class. He's like, are you alright? And I just keep walking, walk to the bathroom, wash my hands real quick, came back and everyone's still staring at me. Nobody said a fucking word. And then from then on, they're like, holy shit, dude just killed somebody on his way to school.
that's crazy, man. And it's like, is the humane thing at that point to go grab a huge rock and just smash that dog's head? Or
Like, I was there maybe 4 minutes.
and
I mean, so it suffered
so
for about 4, 5 more minutes. But I still stayed with it for a while, crying over it while it was dead. And I cried halfway to school, too, before I'm like, alright, I gotta quickly, let's see. I gotta quit crying before I walk into school. My eyes are already bloodshot from hitting the bowl anyway. I rode the bus, but I would walk so I could smoke on my way to school. Back in the day.
I don't know. The only reason I brought up like taking it out of its misery is because I saw a cat get ran over. We lived in like a duplex, so there was like a conjoined driveway, whatever, for everybody. And there was just a cat walking around. Dude pulled in, ran over the cat, turned around, and just pulled out.
What?
That was all. That's all he did.
He got his target. That's all he wanted to do. He's like,
What the hell?
I seriously,
Look at-
my brother was there for it, and I think
I tell you? You got that bitch.
5 points.
5. That was amazing.
But dude, like, I don't know, with a cat, it's a little different, especially
What did
with
the
a
cat
little
have to do with him, though?
I don't know. I don't think he meant to do it. I think because it was like you pull in, big old parking lot.
But he knew, because that's why he left
But
right
you knew
away.
it, yeah. And that cat was literally like, I mean, if you imagine a cat getting run over, it was like part of the concrete, and then still a cat over here. You know what I mean?
Like a cartoon.
There was like an eyeball over here,
Oh,
and then flat.
Tire imprints on the
The
cat.
So-
dude that owned it had to take a shovel and like scrape it up to, and then bury
Damn,
it.
was it hot?
Probably.
Damn.
Probably cooked a
So,
little bit.
yeah, warm concrete.
Yeah,
Just pushed it
imagine-
right in there.
Imagine he probably just left something at somebody's house, like they borrowed his lawnmower or something. He was coming to pick it up, and he was like, "Oh shit, I just hit a cat." Nope, they can keep it. It just pulls right back out just because he hit a cat.
But that's, the only reason I bring that up is because, like, at that point, he ran over half of the cat, so it's like it was kind of still alive, but I mean, that thing is done. So, like, did you just freaking stomp its head out? Like,
I'd say-
surgery, or
Man, that's hard to tell.
exactly.
But it's a cat, though. I don't care. I'll stomp the fuck out. I'll
Just
just
stomp
stomp
on
the
it.
shit out of a cat.
Put a couple extra bullets in it.
Get in your car and run the other half of it.
Oh, Pet Cemetery shit. I can fucking kill him. Yeah, I don't have any crazy. I've never seen an animal get ran over.
It's not fun.
Dude, it's
No,
fucked up.
that'd be fucking horrible.
I mean, especially if it was like still alive and moving
Yeah,
and
that's
suffering.
crazy.
But like, what do you do? Like, there's nothing around, and I'm not. It's already fucking hurting. I'm not gonna stomp on it or fucking
Yeah.
choke it out. I'm like,
I
I can't
You know,
breathe.
getting on that
I would
first
just.
stomp.
Yeah.
This is for your
Oh,
own good.
I seen a cat get hit one time, but it just like snapped its neck the way that it hit because it like bounced off the side.
So
of
did it
the
just
tire.
like drag its
And
head
it-
and its legs still move?
No, it like snapped its neck and it killed it right away. But I had to bury that cat. But that wasn't the worst for me. The worst for me was having to put a dog down when I had to shoot it in its head while it was looking up at me. And it was a dog that was suffering and needed put down. But just me having to do it.
Or did it have like a
Shut
disease
dog.
or something that it suffered from?
That black dog that I had to shoot and bury out at Dad's when he lived out in Wyndham, and some woman that Mom worked with had a dog that was real sick and suffering. It was old, so that I dug a hole before they brought it out there, and then I walked it back to the hole, and it sat right down in the hole by itself.
Oh,
It
shit.
knew. It just went right to the hole, sat down in there, just looking up at me, which made it far more sad, because this dog's just staring up at me, and like it knew, and I had to shoot it.
I would have just
So-
been like, lay down and
So
I'll leave you here.
I held the gun down and I watched where I was holding it right by its head, and then I just looked away. I couldn't even actually watch the shot. And then after I shot, then it just laid down in the hole, and when I turned to
You
look
mean
at
just fell down? It was
Well-
still alive. He just shot it. And it just
Well, I-
did a couple turns and
I
laid down.
was trying not to pay that close of attention as I did it. I was trying to look
But it was
away.
down when you looked.
Right. But when I turned and looked, there was so much blood that I didn't notice like the hole where the bullet went in. I just seen blood gushing from its mouth, and it just. There was a blanket that they said was the dog's blanket, so I just reached over, still trying so hard not to look at the dog, reached over, grabbed the blanket, threw it down over it, stood up and grabbed the shovel and just started throwing dirt
Why did Dad make
in
you
on
do
top
it?
of it.
Why did Dad do it?
He wasn't going to do it.
Jesus, dude.
Dude, I don't recall that.
Holy shit.
That's breaking news.
Yeah, it was fucked up.
Dude, I don't think I could do that.
He's like, I've never seen a dog get hit while shot one in the face. You want pussy ass car story?
I'm gonna save my story
Oh,
for last.
it's
Blood gushing everywhere.
it's not better though. I mean,
I know,
it was
Yeah.
horrible.
Yeah, I would have repressed that too. I mean, I wouldn't want to fucking think about that ever.
I mean, then again, back in the day, like, you take a dog to the vet so many times, there's not really anything else you can do for it if you want to just keep paying a shit ton of money.
Right. Well, I guess the vet had already told this woman that the dog needed put down, but she had to pay a fee in order for him to do it that she apparently didn't have the money for. So she asked my dad if he would put the dog down. He agreed to it.
And then called you.
Yeah, where you at?
He's like, hold on a second, let me see if I can
Yeah.
get this dog.
Yeah,
Hey,
exactly.
Keith,
Keith, you got it.
don't break him.
I need you to do me a favor. My legs hurt. I need you to walk all the way back in the back.
Dude.
Well, I thought it was a joke because he didn't tell me when he called me. He said that he needed my help. He takes me to
It's
his
like a
house,
one-man job.
and he's like, and then he tells me that he needs me to dig a hole, and that was how it started. And he was like, I'll show you where I need the hole dug. And I was like, okay. I thought maybe his mom was planting a tree or something. And so I go back to this area where where he wants the hole dug, and he's like, I want it right in this area. And I was like, okay. So I start digging a hole, and I get like a decent sized hole, and I was like, is that good? And he's like, that's nowhere near big enough. And I was like, what? And I was like wide or deep? And he's like, both. He was like, you're gonna have to go a lot bigger and a lot deeper. I was like, and I was like how much? And then the way that he said it, he said, big enough that a dog Rosie's size could fit in there. So then that put me under the impression that he was putting Rosie down.
Holy shit.
And I'm like, fuck, I'm digging a hole for Rosie, and I'm attached to her. I don't even want to see that happen. I don't want to be here for that. And he's like, it's going to have to be big enough to bury a dog Rosie's size. And I was like, fuck. So I just keep digging, and he comes back there, and he's like, that's probably good enough. And then,
That will kill your mother.
well, no, while I was out there digging, the woman shows up with the dog, and at this time, I still didn't even know what was going on. She shows up with the dog, and then as I'm walking back up with Dad from digging the hole, he starts telling me what's going on, that this woman's there, the mom works with, she brought a dog with her that's sick and needs put down, and he was like, so we gotta shoot it. And of course he said we, as if he was gonna do
I'll hold
something.
your hand until you pull the trigger.
Well, I asked him, I was like, okay, I was like, so you got a gun? And he was like, well, her son's with her too, and he owns a gun, so he brought his gun, and
Family gun,
It's like
family
a
dog,
murder
you know,
mystery.
cool.
right, and I was like, okay, so what
Yeah, we
is
know
it?
who did it.
Yeah.
But I was like, so what kind of gun is it? Thinking that it's something like powerful that's gonna put it right down.
It's a Nerf.
It was
disc shooter.
it was a little 22 though, which isn't very powerful.
Right.
Which was more reason that I had to hold the gun like right
by
to
it.
its head.
Oh.
So I had to
Yeah.
kind of watch, but I was trying so hard not to look at the dog as I did it, but I had to keep the barrel like right to its head because it's just a little 22.
Dude, down in West Virginia, they used to, this sounds messed up, but they would like shoot dogs with 22s because it wouldn't hurt them really. Like from far away, you shoot it with a 22 and just,
Yeah.
just kind of, shake it
Yeah,
off.
it's like a BB gun, basically.
Yeah.
distance.
That's fucked
That's
up.
a-
Did you get like spatter? Like canine bukkake?
No. I didn't even see any blood really on the top of the head where the bullet went in. You could see like a perfect hole where it went in. There was a little bit of blood that ran out, but the blood was just like gushing out of it.
I wanna know what
You
you
could see it
look like. I
running
don't
out
want
of
a
its
description of
mouth,
that.
and you could
I'm-
see it just like gushing out of its nose too.
Oh, you know now.
Stop. Yeah.
That's
At
crazy.
least my story ended funny. It was just
No,
No,
brutal.
dude, that's crazy.
Nightmares
Gory.
tonight.
That's,
Fucked up.
I mean, it reminds me, I mean, we're just gonna keep talking about dead dogs, but this is kind of a funny.
We should have saved all this material for Mother's Day.
Yeah. My papa told me a story one time. My grandpa, my papa, that he grew up on a farm back in the 40s, and he was like, oh, one day our farm was just ate up with dogs, with wild dogs. Like he was talking about mosquitoes or bees. And he said, my dad sent us out there to just shoot them. And he said, I must have killed about 8 or 9 dogs that day.
Oh shit.
Because that's just how it was back then. Like there was like it was literally like their farm was infested with dogs, just wild dogs. Like,
So what do you do at that point? I mean,
and then they just sent them out there to shoot them. And it's
Yeah.
like, back then, that's just how it was.
Alright.
Like you just had to do that.
Yeah.
Like it sounds fucked up.
plus your
but
farm was your most reliable source, so you want to
exactly,
protect
they
them
were
the
growing
most.
their
Yeah.
food and their
Yeah.
livestock, so it's like they
Yeah.
had to keep
Right.
maintaining it.
Yeah, what would a dog eat? It's
Exactly.
on a farm.
It's just
what are
like
they
a
growing?
nuisance.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, really, yeah.
Go have fun, kids.
Not
What are they doing? Just shitting all over? 30 dogs just fucking shitting all over
Yeah.
the nuisance?
barking a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, what do they do? They keep the rodents away?
Right.
And you-
I don't know. I feel like maybe if they had chickens, that's like the only thing. Eat a chicken.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know. When he told me
Chicken
that
farm.
stuck with me.
Dude.
It's like, oh, my farm was ate up with
With dogs.
Yeah,
I don't think I could ever do that. I
yeah.
don't think I could ever shoot a dog.
And he said the same thing. He was like, it was hard to kill one of them because it was like looking at me. And that's when it clicked. Like, man, you're just from a different time. Like, it's, I don't know.
Yeah. I would never. I mean, back then they did all sorts of crazy shit.
Yeah.
They would dig them now.
Well, even to me, it didn't sound like that drastic if you have to put a dog down to
Yeah.
do it until I was put in that position where I had to do
Yeah,
it.
a lot
And then
different.
it was so much different.
Especially like your dad telling you and everything. Like, you
Yeah.
almost feel like you have to.
Yeah.
Aim it.
Yeah,
I could do better with my dick. Aim it
No,
better.
when I took the dog back there to shoot it, he didn't even come back there then. He
What a
stayed in the
softie.
house.
Jesus, crying.
Your dad was a hard ass growing up, and then
Yeah.
he just became a big softie now. He's such a hard ass, and now he's just a big softie. It's funny.
It's crazy.
I wonder if we all become big softies the older we get.
I hope
'Cause it's
not.
supposed to be, you're supposed to be a grumpy old man.
Something gets softer.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Jesus.
Cheers for that.
They do. Have you guys ever
It's
thought
called
about?
Whacking Wednesdays.
No, this is a real question. Have you guys ever taken Viagra?
No.
No.
Why would I?
Do you remember me asking you though that one time? Because I was about to have a threesome.
Oh,
And I remember
yeah,
me
yeah.
calling you.
Yeah.
You had a threesome?
I was, of course, supposed to. No, it never fucking happened.
Aww.
Yeah.
So what if you
Best
took
I've
the,
had is 2 hands.
what if you took the Viagra?
Yeah, that's what I was asking. I was like, would it make me like, you know, because I don't want to bang one and then just be like, oh shit, you're gonna have to wait 20 minutes. You
Well,
know,
you could just.
I don't want to
sit
bounce
around,
back and
throw
forth
around,
and
Right.
you know.
Wait 20 minutes, let them fool around.
Yeah, but the girlfriend was
you
like,
two go at it while I smoke something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Watch, just stay here.
yeah, but the girlfriend was like, I wouldn't be able to just see fucking somebody else. I would though.
I would.
I can see
I
it
see
right
it all
now.
the
I can
time.
describe it to you if you want me to. Let it happen, please.
I can see you watching me and laughing. It's gonna
Yeah.
be great.
Yeah.
It's like turning the trunk about
Yeah,
it.
yeah. You can
I
masturbate in the
can
corner.
see it
I-
on the video behind you.
What the fuck is that?
I thought about just like because like it'd be weird to experience.
But what if you were that one person that it lasted longer than 4
like
hours
4 or
for? And you're
5.
like, I have to go see, I think it's like a one and done. Like you see it and you're like, whoa, Jesus, maybe I don't need to take it that often. But I don't know. That's how medication works. It might work that way too.
Take a half one.
Yeah.
A half jab going on.
A 2 hour boner's good, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
2 hours.
weird to
Yeah,
think
fuck
about
it. You only
that,
need 20 seconds.
Not thinking about anything sexual, not doing anything sexual nonsense.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
It's like being fucking 12 again.
I got time to make a
Sit there.
sandwich real quick.
Whoa, what are you doing?
Yeah. Just making toast. Why the hell am I got a boner?
Because you saw Jesus in the toast. You're making the
Yeah.
priests and bishops proud. The brainwashing is work. Okay, we'll do a couple quick news stories and then we're done for today. We're tired.
This
So we'll
guy,
read some headlines and just rip on. We're not going to go into news stories because I don't care that much. I don't give a fuck. Camel kicks girl after she gets too close.
I'm sorry, I'm going to the
No, you're good. No, I'm just reading out loud.
I don't think they're talking about the animal, they're talking about the camel toe.
50% off. Who needs a newspaper?
Oh,
if
Jared
you got a
Kushner.
computer? Jared
Gets his
Kushner.
clearance. Security clearance after long process. How Mueller's inquiry could end for Trump. Philip Roth and the whale. It's off my account.
Hey. On the left side there. Sorry. Can't block on Twitter. That's what I was talking about.
Trump and I
Oh, yeah.
Twitter judge rules President Trump's practice of blocking users who are critical of him from seeing his posts on a social media platform violates the First Amendment, a federal judge said.
A federal judge said that.
But why does it come to this? Why is our president tweeting that much that he needs to
block someone?
Yeah. It's a judge has to be like, Mr. President.
Because the reason he is that he can get a word out without any interruptions. There's nothing in between. He can't say, hey, go tell everybody this, or we need to do this, or say and do it. It comes to, I mean, it's not anything important, really. You never heard a tweet, everyone's like, oh, shit, you see Trump's tweet? That was fucking amazing.
Yeah.
Oh, my God, that tweet was, got me right in the feels. Oh, I've never seen anything like that.
Kafifi.
But I'm just saying to him, he's like, I can reach the masses a lot quicker if I just do this. Like, I think a new age president should tweet.
Yeah.
Like, if we had someone who wasn't as dumb as Trump, maybe he should let someone tweet for him, actually. But it's also him being like, look, it's coming from me directly. Even though it's not important, if there was a sweet-ass president and it was something important, everybody would know it right away.
Right. And
So,
no filter or
yeah, exactly.
That would be the way to go.
I like Trump. I don't have a problem with Trump.
I know you love Trump, dude.
I love Trump.
I don't know what to think about it because it's like,
What billionaire would go from just being a billionaire, making a ton of money, to being the fucking president and getting criticized every day, being called stupid, and going through all this shit, and still taking it? Rather than just be a normal businessman like you
Someone
were.
that wants to leave
You
a
want-
legacy.
exactly.
When he dies,
He's
it's
fucking
good.
awesome.
That doesn't make you awesome because you want to leave a legacy. Everyone wants to leave their name
That
somewhere.
nobody has done before.
Besides being a president, there's been 45 of them, so someone has done it before. I'm just
No
saying,
one like
he
Trump
wants.
is what I'm saying.
We shut. When he dies,
Sure.
I can't even talk. When he dies, everyone's still gonna be like, "Oh, he was a president. He's still going to live on. That's what he wants, and he's gonna get it." And the only reason he could get it in the first place was because he was rich. So I still see it as an advantage that he had over anybody else, and it's something that he wants. Good or bad or whatever, it's because he wants the fame from it, to live on forever as a president of the United States. Nobody forgets those. Everyone sits and tries to remember every president of the United States.
Right, but I'm saying nobody is going to remember any other president like everybody's going to remember Donald Trump because of all the crazy shit that's happened. Nothing like this it's unprecedented. Unprecedented.
I respect Donald Trump, but I feel like, in a sense, he's just like every other president. He just wants total control. He wants to be the dominant one. And that's basically all it's about. It's not about the people. It's about him gaining as much control as he possibly can.
That's what politics in general is, and
Right.
Democrats, Republicans always fighting and battling each other over one thing or another, and it's usually minuscule, stupid shit.
Exactly.
And nothing ever really getting done that matters. So in that sense, it's the system itself. I mean, I don't think anyone in there is going to be that much different just because they have no control over everything that happens. People are going to make shady deals behind
Right.
people's back. They're going to try to make as much
Yeah,
money
but
as they can.
it's a whole corrupt system where people with that kind of power, they just make them feel like they should be in control.
Yeah, he's a narcissist. He's always felt like, oh, I'm the
Right.
big
They
dog.
they
I'm
put
fucking
exactly and they enforce that power into those people's heads. And that's what the media and religion tries to do to the public people as well. But I mean, once you gain that much power over the public, then they're enforcing that into their heads.
Yeah, it's the same thing. Obama was president, all the Republicans fought him on everything. Now the Republicans president, all the Democrats fight him on everything. It's the same shit over and over.
Yeah. This story, I think it's up on the right side there, the Americans falling in Cuba, then in China. We were just talking about how, like, the mass shooters hear stuff or they have, like, the weird sensations. These people have suffered brain trauma or brain injury, and the only thing that they say is that they were experiencing, like, weird noises and weird pressure. And I don't know, that's weird. You don't have to dive into it, like you said, but
They've been testing sound as a weapon since like the 40s and 50s. And they've come up with certain frequencies, one that can just melt your insides, just turn you to pudding. And I think that same frequency does the same thing to your brain, but when it first starts to hit your brain, you just go insane, you go crazy. There was an apartment building that they kept having problems, people kept getting sick, and they didn't know what was going on. And people were left and right, all over the place, kept going back to the doctor, and still, like, oh, we don't know what's happening. You get here, we test you, can't find anything wrong, we don't know what the hell's going on. So they said, it got to the point where they thought the place was haunted. They sent in a priest to bless the place. He said he barely made it through it because he started to feel sick while he was going through blessing the place. At first, thinking that it was a demon or something bad there attacking him for blessing the place. He leaves, and then they think it's mold. Some sort of mold spores are getting in, and like one dude goes crazy and kills himself in his apartment. And like people start getting like weird sicknesses, like and doing weird shit, like start acting all funny. So they send in this to spray and kill for mold, and tell the people, hey, you got to find somewhere to stay. We'll put you up in a hotel until we kill all the mold. They send these two guys in to clean the apartment building from all mold. They don't hear anything for like hours from them. Someone goes to check on them, and they're laying dead on a floor, and they killed each other. They were wearing protective gear and everything to cover from the mold. Something made them go crazy and attack each other and kill each other. One was impaled with a spray wand to spray chemicals, just right through the stomach. And they both attacked each other, killed each other. Then everybody just started like offing themselves. They did an autopsy on one of the bodies, and they cut this dude open, and all his guts were fucking pudding. There was like nothing left of him. And they're like, no wonder he killed himself. He was probably in such pain from it that he couldn't take it anymore. He just shot himself in the head. People were trying to hang themselves, and then they found that there was a blade in the air conditioner system, the ventilation system, that was loose, and it was wobbly. And as it spun around, created a vibration, which created a sound that was traveling through the ductwork into every apartment. And it was from this sound and this vibration that was making these people go crazy.
That's nuts, man.
It's an easy source of control.
Yeah, they found it's a 7 hertz frequency, which I'm gonna say right fucking now is gonna be a title of an album, so don't anybody fucking steal it. 7 hertz frequency, and the frequency that fucking pierces through you and just kills you. That's what a badass metal album should be called.
It's fucked up though. Taking the easy way out's not always the right way.
Well, what are you gonna do? You can't live on
I mean,
with pudding guts.
Right.
You're dying.
Right. I mean, for them to take the easy way through like that, it's not right when girls do it, and then they claim that it's rape
Well, you let the
because
dog.
they took the easy way out.
I didn't know I was going there. I'm just saying, you killed a dog to take it out of its misery, but you won't shoot yourself to take you out of your misery?
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying for them, with that control, it's the easy way out for them. They can just easily eliminate anyone or anything that they want.
Just say it's
Yeah.
suicide?
Right.
Okay.
But
It's-
you're actually
it's-
making the people.
It's the easy way out for them, but the easy way is not necessarily right.
Yeah,
When,
what
when
if
girls
someone-
take the easy way out, they claim that it's rape, which is wrong.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Unless you're in Sweden. If you're in Sweden,
Yeah,
then
so- so-
Yeah.
It's a little iffy.
There's a lot of, you might get away with it in Sweden. Damn you Swedes.
allegedly.
Allegedly. Just allegedly happened.
I allegedly said no.
I think dog death and rape has been a pretty good broadcast.
Yeah, after work, everybody's worn out.
Yeah.
It's just dark thoughts.
Dog,
Yes.
dog rape.
Dark, angry,
Dog rape.
tense up, dog rape. Well, we should end with that. Look up dog rape. No, I'm just kidding. Don't do that.
Don't do that.
I was just doing Cody. I'm not watching that.
True.
I'll jerk off later. And with that, fuck off.
Peace.